Hey lovies, I hope you all are well. I hope that you can gather from the title that we need to talk. I'm going to try to make this video as simple as I can and as fast as I can. You're getting me in the raw and the natural, no makeup, no pretense, just me, because I want to have a serious conversation with you lovies because I value you. I do what I do because of the relationships that I've made here on Do What You Love through YouTube. Even right now, my heart is like racing and my stomach is like sick because it's such a serious matter. So, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail because this is not like a new thing. Like, YouTube has kind of gone into this uproar. If you haven't heard, Coppa and the FTC have changed many things to YouTube, and where as a mother I understand what they're doing, but as a creator on YouTube, as a YouTube partner, it's like whoa. So long story short, YouTube was fined an enormous amount of money, millions, because they violated the Children Act law, the protection, which is the abbreviation for Coppa, and I totally forget what that stands now, but it's the Children's Act to protect them, because I guess YouTube was gathering information from children that they deem what they call kids, which is 13 and younger. But YouTube has, this is so technical, and I don't want to put out the wrong information. I'm just giving it to you. I'm just going to put this disclaimer out there. I'm giving you the information from my understanding. I don't want to lead anybody astray, and I don't want to say something that's incorrect. And we are in the process of everything, like every couple days or every day, something changes. So like what I may say today may be irrelevant 3 days from now. That's the YouTube world we're living in at the moment. And for you who are just watchers, it's not a big deal, except for that you may lose your favorite channels. There's things coming that will affect you, but as creators, it's devastating. If it goes that way, something can change. So as I was saying, I'll get back, I digress. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there because I don't want to put misinformation out there. But from my understanding, YouTube was sued, big bucks, millions, because they violated this Coppa law, which is a Children's Protection Act, because they were gathering information from children who were 13 years and younger, and they were viewing commercials and things like that they shouldn't, because of channels that are monetized, because channels were not appropriately marked. And I guess this law has been in effect since 1998, but kind of was just like shoved under the rug. And creators just went about creating, not even really knowing much about this because YouTube didn't tell us much. And now like YouTube is in big trouble. They got sued. And now that they're sued, what they're doing is they're making it very clear to YouTube creators like myself that, listen, we took care of our end. Now it's all on you. So now Coppa and the FTC is coming after you, and you have to mark your channel appropriately or face astronomical fines that could financially devastate just a regular Joe Schmo like myself. So what they're saying is that you have two options, and only two options. There is three, but the third one's like, really? The options are, my channel is for children and everything I upload is for children, or my channel is not for children and I don't upload anything for children, or I will review my channel, my whole channel, video by video, and mark it appropriately. So at first I thought it was okay because my attended audience is not children. And even when I go into my analytics, the little blue bars, like, cause it goes 13 to 18, like 13 to 16, and then 16 to like 18, and then 20 to 25. And then it keeps going down. Like my little blue bar doesn't even show up to women till like 35, 35 to like 65 is my targeted and general audience. So I'm not even in there. So I thought it was fine, according to what YouTube had up there, because of course when they made these changes, you had to mark your channel. When I read all of YouTube standards and I looked at my analytics, I'm like, I'm fine. I can mark my channel not appropriate for children and be fine. Then you learn there's a little clause, because if you read it, it says channel intended for children or child attractive. And this is where the gray area comes in. And this is where crafting channels like myself are going to fall into dangerous waters if something doesn't change. Whereas, no, my channel is not geared. I do not make child-geared videos. My channel is not geared towards children. It's geared mostly towards at-home mothers who are going to go to cheap Dollar Tree and make beautiful things for their home and cook and clean and DIYs, crafting. But crafting falls into the gray area of child attractive because you may use stickers or cute images or washi or arts and crafts in general. Just arts and crafts in general is a child attractive genre. Okay? So immediately my channel will fall into that genre, child attractive. It's not for children, but it will fall into that because I'm considered a family-friendly channel. I don't curse. I don't use vulgar language. I don't use vulgar images, blah, 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 blah. I'm a general audience kind of thing. No, my channel's not geared towards children, but if a child would happen to drop in here and watch it, you wouldn't have to worry about me dropping the F-bomb. But then you get that little disclaimer, now I'm worried, oh man, like, what if I'm using stickers and that it's child attractive? I could get fined. I could get flagged and get fined. But then it turns around and says, you also got to be aware of, like, if a child did come into your channel, arts and crafts, at 13 years old, could they use the tools that you're using? Would it be appropriate for them to use an X-Acto knife or scissors or a fuse tool or a laminating machine or a Cricut or any of those things? And of course, no, those machines are not appropriate for children. A child couldn't even purchase them, let alone is it appropriate for them to use it on their own without parental guidance. Those are hot things. Those, like, the fuse tool, like, it burnt me. Like, so I'm like, what the heck do? I fall into both areas. Like, if I mark my whole channel kid-friendly, and then they go in and they say, oh, well, you use the fuse tool, that's not kid-friendly. If I keep my channel not kid-friendly and mark it for adults only, or, only adults, and they go in and like, oh, you used Frozen stickers, or you said the word Frozen, or you talked about Disney characters, that's child attractive. I can go on and on and on, guys, and I don't want to keep you here forever, but I'm just telling you those basics. So the next step is, so I fall into this gray area where I honestly don't know if my channel should be marked for adults or if my channel should be marked for children. I have no clue. None. I have switched my channel in between at least 10 times. I have gone through I have over 700 videos since I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I've gone through every single one of them. I've changed thumbnails. I've trained, because it also goes into if you have kid attractive words. Happy, fun, cute. Anything with that wording is a kid appealing. I've gone in and changed anything that said happy mail, giveaway, fun prizes. I've changed all my wording. I've changed thumbnails with bright colors and images that might be attractive to children. I've done that. I have deleted over 150 videos off of my YouTube channel. Because the fine can be up to over $42,000 for one video. What if 10 of my videos get flagged? That would put my family into absolute financial ruin just because I want to upload videos and share a crafting community with all of you. So I've spent days doing this and flipping my channel in between the two. Today, my channel is not for kids so that you and I can have an open conversation and have comments, because this is the next thing. If you mark your channel for kids, you lose commenting. So you no longer can comment on my videos. You lose your notifications. So I will no longer have a notification bell. You will no longer be notified when I upload videos. They take me out of the algorithms of YouTube, so therefore my channel won't be in the algorithm, so you won't even see me. They make your channel unsearchable. They make your channel, you can't save any of my videos to your playlist or save a video or add it to your playlist. I no longer can have playlists. It goes on and on and on. So if you mark your channel for children, you lose your community, you lose all of it. You lose everything that makes my channel a channel, rendering my channel completely useless. you're not even going to be able to find me. And if you do find me and you do watch a video I upload, I can't even communicate with you because they're going to take my comments. And on top of this, they're going to demonetize your channel. So for the creators who rely on YouTube as an income, it's completely devastating. Devastating. If I mark my channel for children, if I keep it marked as it originally was not for children, then what they're going to do at the beginning, you have to have your channel marked by December 9th or 10th. I think it's the 10th, December 10th. Then the first of the year, they're not even going to use human eyes to do this. They're going to do self-learning, like learning bots. And they're going to do a sweep of all of the channels on YouTube and videos. And if one of those bots flag your video that it's marked inappropriately, then you're going to be fined. So the hope of us creators on YouTube is that from now to then, because you can sign a petition, you can write to the FTCA and explain your point of view and blah, 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 blah. And YouTubers everywhere are doing this. We are trying to get our voices heard. We are signing petitions against this. So we are hoping that from now until the first of the year, something big will change, where there'll be a third option where you can keep your monetization, your community, and your comments, but be marked as a family-friendly channel. Or if they put ratings where I can mark my channel PG-13. You know, the whole reason for YouTube Kids is so that 13 and younger would have their own space and not be on regular YouTube. But parents aren't doing their job, and that's all I'm going to say. And it has put us in big, big trouble. So long story short is yes, I've marked my channel as of today, not for children, so that I can communicate with you through the comments. I may have to go back and mark it because I'm scared to death. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm scared to death. If I get one video flagged and it's $45,000 or whatever, that would put my family into financial ruin. I mean, that's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's so scary. Like I said, I've changed thumbnails, wordings. I've deleted over 150 videos off my channel. I'm doing everything I think I can. So I'm doing what I want to talk to you guys about is I'm preparing. If nothing changes and it stays this way, then many channels who are falling into the gray area where I do have some videos on my channel that could be considered child attractive, even though they are not child intended. They are not my intended audience. And then I do have some things on there because of tools and things that I use that's not appropriate for a child, but I'm still not cursing or I'm vulgar. There's a million channels out there that are going to fall into this gray area. If nothing changes, many of those channels are going to be rendered they're going to have no choice but to leave YouTube. And YouTube also has put out a new disclaimer, which you all will not see because unless you're a creator, when you upload videos now, it keeps telling you that YouTube has the right to delete your channel. And listen, YouTube has always had that right. If they felt like you were doing something inappropriate or you fall into guidelines that they didn't like or whatever, they've always had the right to delete your channel. But they're making it very known that if you're not making YouTube money, and in order to make YouTube money, you have to be monetized so that there's commercials running before your videos so that YouTube gets the percentage of that. If you're not making YouTube money and you don't have a certain amount of subscribers and things, they hold the right to just delete your channel. And if I have to mark my channel child friendly and I lose everything that makes my channel a channel and my monetization, I am no good to YouTube or to any of you. So I may not even have a chance. YouTube might just delete me on its own. I don't know. These are all things that are all up in the air. We have no idea. Some of this stuff is on YouTube and you kind of pull that information. Some of it's stuff you just heard. That's why I'm saying I don't want to put out information that may be misinformation. This is just my understanding. I want to make it very clear. So, long story short, if these things do take place, if nothing from now until like December 10th and the beginning of the new year, because January 1st is when these self-learning bots, these smart bots, if you will, are going to make a sweep through YouTube. If nothing changes from there to there, I may very well have to delete my channel. I may have to take it down. So I have built a community with you. I have built a beautiful crafting community and so many friendships. And I talk to you. It is devastating to think that I would lose communication with all of you and that I no longer can do what I love. That is what my channel is about. It is about, not gonna cry. I've cried enough. I have lost sleep over this. I have been so afraid for my family because I want to do what I want to love. I want to do what I love. If I get fined and put my family into financial ruin because I didn't mark a video correctly, I would be devastated. But at the same time, I'm devastated to lose all of you. I'm devastated to lose this beautiful community and the friendships that I have built over the last 5 years. I can't even go there because it makes me very upset. So I'm just not going to go there. I think you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to put steps into place. So what I have done is which will be linked down below, I have opened a Facebook group, and it's called the Lovie Tribe Crafters Group. And in there, I'm trying to keep, if you go in, it's a private group. If you go in and you send me a friend request, a member request, I will approve you. And then that's a place where we can keep our communication and still be able to share our crafty ideas. And, I can upload videos there and we can still talk and communicate, but it's not the same as YouTube, but it is an avenue. And then there is one more avenue. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Hold on one second. And the camera's like moving. There we go. And then there's one more avenue, which I really feel like a ton. The more I talk to fellow YouTubers who are also in the crafting community and who do toy reviews, adult toy reviews and things like that, where they're going to go is Patreon. Because I can mark my entire YouTube channel private or unlisted, and then continue to make videos just like I am now, upload them to YouTube, mark them unlisted or private. Therefore, they are not viewed by anybody on YouTube, but I can then put the links on Patreon. And because you have the link, you can watch the channel. You can watch these videos at your leisure. The only thing is that if you go over to Patreon, I'm going to have to put a tier on my Patreon for $1. You have to put something on Patreon. That's what Patreon's all about. So in order to continue to be a Lovie and watch my videos, you would have to, I'm so sorry this is shaking so bad. You would have to pay $1 a month to continue to watch me regularly like you do on YouTube. And of course I would upload videos there. I would upload everything that I do here, I would do there. And I don't know all the logistics to Patreon because I do have a Patreon. I've had a Patreon for a while now. I don't have not one subscriber, not one person on Patreon, not one. And I've had this for a few months. So I don't know all of the ins and outs to Patreon, but my understanding is I'm not sure if I can upload long videos to Patreon. So that's why you would still use YouTube. I would upload the video to YouTube, but it would be private. Nobody could see it, so I couldn't get in trouble. But the link would be on Patreon, and then you would open the link, and then you'd be able to watch the video. But you'd have to pay $1 a month. It'd be $12 a year to continue to have this open relationship with you and I. It's weird to even say those kinds of things. It's weird. Because then it gets into the next thing. YouTube has kind of been my job for the last 5 years here. And it's in order for me to continue to do these things, to put the hours, I'll give you a perfect example. I have a couple videos that I'm going to upload, and then I might pull back a little bit until we find out what's going on. But for instance, I announced not too long ago that I was doing Vlogmas. I'm no longer doing Vlogmas because a lot of the ladies, they pulled out when all this happened because Vlogmas is deemed kid attractive because of the theme. It's about Christmas. You put a thumbnail up of you ice skating and a kid may be attracted to that, So I'm no longer doing Vlogmas because almost all the collabers that I was going to collab with have backed out. So long story short, I took the videos that I was pre-filming for some of the things for Vlogmas, and I'm like, okay, then I'll just make it a decorate with me. I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, put my daughter on the bus. So from about 7 o'clock to about 2 o'clock, I was editing that video. That's almost an 8-hour day. It's almost like a job. You have to shop for the materials. You have to put the projects together. You have to film the projects. You have to do voiceovers. You have to edit. You may see a 10, 15-minute video, but for me, that was hours. That was hours. That was like a full-time job. So in order for me to continue to do what I'm doing, there would have to be an incentive on my end. And I'm not going to lie to you all. Yes, I make a profit off of YouTube. You know, it's not huge by any standards. I couldn't support a family, but with my husband working and what I do, you know, we live comfortably, and I can continue to do what I'm doing and go in hauls and shop for things and buy things and make videos and blah, 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 blah. Without that, I might have to go get a 5 to 9 job. I have no idea. So long story short, if this would take place, if I have to mark my channel kid friendly and I lose everything, and including my monetization and the ability to talk to you guys can't find me, I lose all my notifications, I lose my community, I'm not even sure I can do lives. And if I can do a live, like, this is something I really honestly don't know. Maybe if somebody in the comments wants to comment, if I do live, am I going to be able to have open chat? If I can't have comments, how can I have open chat? I don't know. This is like all the things that I'm talking about. I'm so sorry, guys, that are kind of like in the gray area here. And I honestly don't know nothing. Like, I don't have all the details, except for the things that I know for sure that were in black and white on YouTube when I opened it. When I mark my channel made for kids, it comes right in and tells me that you're going to lose your community, all commenting, your notifications. You won't be able to put stickers, not stickers, they're called markers at the end of your channel. You'll be unsearchable. Your videos won't be able to add to playlists. The list goes on and on and on. Those things I know for sure because they're in black and white. YouTube is telling me. I didn't see much on there about lives though. But I'm thinking, if they're going to take my comments away, how in the world would I be able to have open chat on a live? I don't know. So what I was getting at is the incentive for me to continue to do what I have to do, if it goes that I'm going to have to close my channel because I can't risk being fined, I would need at least 500 plus of you over 8,000 subscribers to follow me over to Patreon and pay $1 a month to continue to. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. Because on YouTube, you get to do all this free and it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the revenue of commercials. But if I lose my monetization, then there is no more commercials and I lose all of that revenue. I lose everything. I lose everything. I basically render my channel a dead fish in a sea of millions. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. I won't even be searchable. How would you guys even know if I have a new video out? And then if I do, you can't even comment. I can't even talk to you. I can't even have an open communication with you. I just keep going on and over about the same things because I just can't even believe that it may go that way. I'm not saying it is. We still have time. What's today? Today is November the 25th. Your channel has to be marked either way for sure by December 10th, and then January 1st is my understanding is when these learning bots will begin to sweep YouTube. And the FTC came right out and said that they are going to make examples. They said, mark our words, we're going to make examples out of people on YouTube so that they understand the seriousness of this with the creators, that the creators have to be responsible for the content that they're putting out and marking it appropriately. Because YouTube has wiped their hands of the creators. They kind of like just threw us under the bus. They got their fine, they're dealing with their fine, and now you as a creator, a YouTube partner, are on your own. And they do not give you clear guidelines of what is and what isn't. And channels like mine and like toy reviewers and family vloggers, and you're just in the gray. You have no idea. Your targeted audience is not children, but yes, I think there's something on every single channel on YouTube that could be potentially child attractive. Every single channel on YouTube. So sorry, guys. I'm going to hold this. So how does that work? How does that work? So I'm rambling. The video is almost 25 minutes long. I'm so upset. I'm nervous. And I want to do the right thing. I don't want to hurt children. Of course, I'm a mom. I don't want to hurt children. And I understand where they're coming from, but you're hurting the small people. And then I don't know if this is a way to weed things out, like any channel that's under 10,000 subscribers or whatever. It's a way to weed them out. So only the big boys are left. But in the end, though, I'm thinking that this is going to do more harm than good, because listen, if all the family-friendly YouTubers leave YouTube because this gray area is so vague and so broad that only the vulgar kind of things are going to be left on YouTube. And let's face it, friends, kids are going to watch it anyways. You think that's going to stop them? They're going to watch it anyways. So then the only thing that is going to be left on YouTube is the crap. And then like my husband and I and a couple other YouTubers were talking, and we're like, what do I have to do? Show you a sticker haul and cuss and say MF, look at these MF and stickers, aren't they MF and cute? And start being vulgar on my channel? That is not me. That is not my personality. That is not the content I want to put out. But is that what it's going to have to come to? Like, am I going to have to be vulgar on my channel so that I can be marked not for kids? Like, so my question to all of you is, just so that I can prepare in case. Believe me, I am praying and believing with all that I am that something will change from now to then. And this will all just be like we can take a deep breath. It was a little scary, but now we can move on and proceed. But just in case, because it doesn't look good right at the moment. Would you guys be willing to follow me over to Patreon? Would that be something that you'd be willing to do? Is pay $1 a month to continue to see the content on a regular basis that I put out? That would be $12 a year. Would that be something that you're willing to do? And of course, like I said, I already have Patreon and I already have the Lovie Tribe Facebook group set up. And I'll put both of those links below. You can go check them out, make a decision on your own. But if you guys would just leave me some comments down below and just let me know what your thoughts are, because really and truly, if this doesn't interest you, if this is not something that you would continue to do, then it really isn't. If nothing does change, then there really is no incentive for me to continue to keep do what you love alive. There really isn't. And that's so sad. Sometimes I just feel like 5 years of my life, there's thousands of man hours into this video, trying to produce the best content that I can, things that I put my heart and soul into, and it just sometimes feels like, for what? For what? But anyways, that's not your problem, that's mine. I just want you guys to know from the bottom of my heart, and I'm not saying this just to say this, but I love you. I really do. And I have built beautiful friendships through this channel, and I am so grateful for that. And if that's all I take away, if this really does happen and I really do have to shut down, do what you love to protect my family, and I will always protect my family first, then the beautiful friendships and the beautiful sentiments and the times that we've talked and the things that we shared, that's what I'm going to take away. And that would make these last 5 years worth it. And that's what I'm going to have to leave it as. But I really do need to hear from you guys, because if you want to stick around and you want to keep this going, then I will make a way. I just may need your help to do it. So just leave me some comments down below. I'm not saying that's where this is going to happen. Believe with me. And I always want to put it out there. You don't have to be a creator to sign the petition against this and leave a decent comment to the FTCA that says you want to keep the family friendly videos out there and not like take everything away from us. You as viewers also can sign these petitions and leave comments and You don't just have to be a creator. So if you want to make your voice heard, do it. Do it as well. I will try to link those links down below as well. But anyways, I made a 30-minute video. This might be one of the longest videos I've ever made. But I just really needed to talk to you guys. I really needed to tell you from my heart how I feel, and that I'm doing everything I'm doing with you all in mind, but I have to put my family first, and I cannot put us into financial ruin because I want to do what I love, put out crafty videos. Just believe with me, guys, that something's going to change from now until the first of the year, and that this gray area will be more clarified, or they'll put a third option in there, or ratings or something. Something has got to change. It's going to hurt millions of people. So just believe with me, something's going to happen. But if it doesn't, just know I'm trying to put things in together to continue to have this relationship with you, but I need your feedback. So I love you guys. Thank you for joining me for this kind of odd video. Please hear my heart in this. And as always, take care of you and do what you love. Bye, guys.